back to the MLK thing?
What MLK?
Fuck, man. I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off that these fuckers like introduced the fucking turn down the voting rights bill on MLK week.
They don't care. They don't give a fuck. Well, you wanted them to wait another week?
That would have been good.
They forgot that it was MLK Day, babe.
No, they gave speeches. They gave speeches about how MLK was this great leader. First off, fuck off anybody that is a fucking conservative Republican currently in the Senate that is fucking championing MLK as if MLK did not die killed by the FBI. Fucking wrestling one of the 3 fucking crimes against humanity that this fucking country's been fucking dealing with since MLK was alive, and those things still haven't been fixed.
Yeah.
And all they champion him for is like, oh, like segregation and like no.
He's like the example of how you should like
right
protest.
Get the fuck out of here. And then they'll be like MLK was a Republican. I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up. MLK had conservative views to some degree. MLK told all black people to own guns and shit, but MLK was wrestling with 3 fucking crimes against humanity. It was Jim Crow specifically, not just segregation. It was the war on Vietnam specifically, and the war on poverty. He specifically said, which is a very social program, social democracy, social what's the no, not socialist, democratic socialist ideology of saying that he said it was a crime against humanity for the richest country in the history of the world to have so many people, children, elderly folk of all colors and races and slices to be living in the amount of poverty that they were living in. And none of those 3 things have been fixed in any way, shape, or form, and they love to champion that shit as if he's this like moral arbiter or moral high ground when they themselves don't do it. They are the people that have the potential to pass the things that can potentially take us a step towards those kinds of progress, and they actively go against it. Right. So it's so fucking annoying, and it really irks me because
that is like the nature of their job.
Because most people do not know the extent of what MLK really stood for. Right. And the MLK the Martin Luther King of history is much more interesting than the Martin Luther King of just like the day and how they celebrate him, because he was also a adulterer. And without Coretta Scott King, there would be no MLK anything. Yeah. Without Coretta Scott King, there would be no MLK Day. Without Coretta Scott King, there would be no foundation. Without Coretta Scott King, there would be no laws that would pass in remembrance of the... Because you have to remember, the United States at the time when MLK died hated MLK. Yeah. Hated in the same way that like Republicans at the time hated Trayvon Martin and hated Freddie Gray and hated like these people loathed MLK during segregation. So for them to just be out there on their fucking high horse really fucking irks me. It gets me to my fucking bones, because he was so complicated as a person, and he's so interesting to read about, and it just gets washed out by like, oh, he was just the champion of segregation. Like, get the fuck out of here. That wasn't even remotely close. That was what they conceded for, not what he was actually fighting for. Murdered. He was murdered.
Talk your shit, bestie.
Fuck. That really irks me.
Do you feel better?
I'm not feeling
that
better.
Rant?
I
don't feel qualified to talk about this. I didn't grow up in America, and all that I know about American history was from like the public school system, which is also like whitewashed and like watered down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
So it's kind of hard. Like, I usually just feel like I don't really know enough, because I never know like what's actually true and what's not. You know what I mean? Because again, it's been so like whitewashed and watered down, just like with MLK. Like, they champion him for this one thing where, like you said, like he talked about a lot of other issues, and he cared about a lot of other issues. And also, like, he was a person. Like, he wasn't a character or a martyr. So he did shitty things and he did great things.
In the totality of him.
Deal with, like, we all know that if those people were alive, and some of them were, whenever he was alive, they would have hated him, but they don't have to deal with that anymore. Right. They can keep pretending. Everything about politics is like performative. You know what I mean? Like, 100%. They don't actually fucking care.
100%.
So it's like, we know this, you know what I mean? It's like, why? I'm not gonna sit here and hear some fucking Republican give me a speech about MLK. Like, fuck
I just
off.
see it, like, I'll just open up Twitter and they'll be like, oh, this person.
I stopped going
and
on
I'm just
Twitter.
like, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
I stopped going on Twitter.
Yeah, I was like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, so totally fucking, like, I get so annoyed. For anybody out there that wants to know more about MLK, you should totally look him up because he is fascinating.
Have you ever heard of him? He's really cool.
He's a really cool guy. He was like alive. He's the same. He would have been the same age as Anne Frank.
He's kind of underground. Not a lot of people know about him.
He's kind of underground. We all liked him before he was cool.
Yeah.
Damn. What a way to fucking end that segment.
I love that we went from kink and BDSM
to MLK.
Look,
the range of this podcast is unlike anything that you've ever seen before.
We also did not talk about any of the things that we had on the list for
MLK
today.
was on the list.
Oh,
did you? And How I Met Your Father was on the list. Although we still haven't talked about Lizzie McGuire or Hillary Duff. That's how I call her. That's what I call her.
Her name is Hillary Duff. Put some fucking respect on her.
Man, I respect her.
We did not talk about Drake's hot sauce.
Oh my God. Can we end on Drake's hot sauce situation?
Yes, absolutely. I don't know if that's real. Somebody brought that up, and then I was like, damn, that's true. Like, we don't know if that's real. We really just believe anything that is on fucking social media. More than that, I don't actually, but it's so easy to get me to believe shit that I see on TikTok. I always end up being like,
yeah, you need to be careful with that shit.
Because I don't know if this is true, but it's so fucking easy to watch somebody talk on a little video and tell you some fucking information and be like, damn, that's crazy. I don't really know if that whole condom hot sauce thing is, but do I want to believe it? Yes. I want to believe it so fucking bad.
Okay, because so hold on. Before we keep going, the incident that we're talking about right now is that allegedly there was some Instagram girl, right? There was some Instagram girl, an Instagram model, and that is her declared profession. And she was at a party, and Drake was there, and she, they flirted or whatever, and apparently they smashed.
Yeah.
And then him being Drake and him knowing that he's not trying to have another fucking Adonis. Just walking around Earth trying to give up a hella settlement money, right? He takes the fucking condom off, and he instead of throwing it in the fucking toilet the way that you fucking should, he puts hot sauce in the condom. And allegedly this girl went in the trash, grabbed the condom, and fucking poured the fucking cum inside her with the hot sauce and everything. And then she ended up suing Drake.
Vagina.
Suing Drake because it's a fucking wild story.
It sounds so insane.
It's so wild.
Like, now that you retold it, I'm like, there's no way that that's true. There's no way that this bitch didn't. Because what? Did he have a little straw in the bathroom that he like mixed the hot sauce and like, you know what I mean? Like, you didn't see it. It had to have been mixed in. In which case,
what if it was a red condom?
Been like, what if it was what?
What if it was a red condom? What if this has happened to him before? That he was all like, yo, I know how to fucking play this shit. We're gonna like have this red condom.
But even then, like, what I am hating myself for the question I'm about to ask, but like, wouldn't you smell the hot sauce? You know what I mean? It's like, I just feel like there had to have been like a warning sign.
You're saying that Drake fucked the smell out of this bitch?
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, it has to be fake because like there should have been so many warning signs. I want to believe it's real. I truly want to believe it's real. Because also, here's the thing. Do I believe... I am more willing to believe that a girl like went and tried to like put the cum back in her and it had hot sauce, but it's so hard for me to believe that like I don't even know how to put it into words.
That's
like,
not hard for me to believe at all.
That's what I mean. Like, that's not hard for me to believe, but I'm just imagining like a thing of sriracha in like Drake's bathroom.
It had to have been like Tabasco or something.
Where does he keep it? And again, like,
it had to have been like Tabasco.
Mix it in? Like, I don't understand. Also, if you flush a condom down the toilet, wouldn't it like clog it? Like if you flush a lot of them?
They're probably at a hotel. They got insurance.
That's fucked up for a hotel.
My question is, honestly, do you think that she has any kind of a case if it's real?
That's what I really want to know. Like, who wins the lawsuit?
Because he didn't do that to you. You pour that on you.
But and we talked about this. I made the mistake of like looking at other videos. I made the mistake of looking at other videos that have been talking about this specific thing. And I shouldn't have, because I wanted to come in to the pod and like just talk about it fresh and just like ideas. But she brought up like, if he's doing that,
now you got to do your research.
She said if he's doing that, then that means that to some degree he thought that she would do that.
Yeah.
So isn't he in some way, shape, or form liable for what she for her doing that? Like if he knew that she might want to steal his shit, his cum, then he should have properly disposed of it to where it wasn't even available. But him like putting hot sauce in it makes it like, oh no, you're doing this shit on purpose. Like now you're trying to like really like hurt this woman.
I see that. I feel like this is one of those cases where she could win, and I hate to say that, but also
I don't want to believe that.
Thing.
But I mean, she might.
Isn't that just like a precautionary? Like he's taking that measure for himself, and that doesn't mean that you
100%.
necessarily know that they are going to do that, but you're just taking caution. You know what I mean? It's like if I put a fucking like anvil on the front of my house in case somebody breaks in, and then somebody breaks in and the anvil falls on them. Am I liable for that? Broke into my house.
So you're saying is that Drake's cum is a commodity to some degree, and he should be
absolutely
he should be protecting it.
Do
absolutely.
not put those words in my mouth.
Look,
Do
man.
not. If somebody ever quoted me,
talk your shit, Marcela. Talk your shit.
No, look. If a ball player's finger has to be put on some sort of insurance, then a rap. Look, the reason why he got the other whatever woman pregnant was because he didn't do exactly that.
Right, he learned his lesson.
Look, nobody wants a yeast infection. So the fact, look,
and that's a fact of life.
And the fact,
yes.
Talk your shit.
No,
100%.
The fact of life is the fact that if she goes looking through his trash can, first of all, that's not safe. Second of all, you are purposely going out of your way to take somebody's...
Does that make her trashy?
Absolutely.
Make her
trashy? Does that make her trashy that she went into the bathroom and looked for a dirty condom to pour it on her?
Absolutely.
I don't know. I mean, she thought it was a come up. I don't know if that is considered...
Because look,
imagine if it worked. Imagine if it worked. Imagine if she would have got a... You are good for life
if you get a Drake baby in you. That girl...
That girl's set for life.
Why do you think she's not a porn star no more?
I have Drake's baby. I was going to say for life.
Absolutely.
Right. You're a whore.
Oh my God.
Look, anybody who knows that they got money gotta protect themselves in one way or another.
Yeah.
Because
that was my argument.
So Drake putting hot sauce on, whatever.
That's on you, baby girl.
Is don't
so
be
it's
dirty.
Her fault.
Absolutely.
If this is true, she takes the L all day.
She
100%.
took the L the minute she admitted to the fact that she put hot sauce on her vagina.
But she started with the biggest W though. Like she was like with Drake.
Number one, when people disclose that they
how was that a W though?
I'm like, you're a dumbass. You just
how was that a W?
Well, if she would have kept it to herself, she was like, yo, I'm like me and Drake like. We had a thing for one night. That's kind of a W,
you
no?
Like he's never gonna fuck you again now.
Absolutely.
Why would you do that?
Well, I'm not sure there was any guarantee he was gonna do it again. But
no, but you know what? People just like especially on TikTok now, there was like a lot of people are like, yeah, I hook up because there's like Raya and all this stuff. Like you can hook up with like famous people or whatever.
Where? Hold on, where?
Raya is just like it's like a dating app, but it's for like rich people or like celebrities, influencers. So you have to have a certain amount of followers.
I was about to tell you, I'm gonna need you to send that link over.
It's like a safe but it's like a safe thing. And like
Marcela just opened up a savings account. She's ready.
Absolutely. We're ready.
You better record that shit. I want to see
Absolutely.
There was this girl that made a TikTok about like Ben Affleck like messaging her on there, and it was actually him. So like you can meet like literally famous people there. I forgot where I was going with this. What the fuck were we talking about?
Drake.
Oh, when people like disclose, when they're like, yeah, I like fuck this person. I'm like, listen, the chances of that happening already are really slim, right? Mm-hmm. So the chances of it happening again are much smaller. But also now you have their contact, and what, you're gonna ruin it for some clout?
Because they gonna block your ass.
Take that shit to the grave. if I fuck Drake, I will be telling no one.
Absolutely.
I will be telling no, and I will be laughing when he like comes up on the TV, like on the little Grammys or like with whatever fucking day.
The little Grammys. That girl said like, oh, you're not gonna match up to that night. So anything you do after that, like, your little Grammy ain't mean shit.
No, I mean when they put him on the TV and he's in like the red carpet, you know, and he has like his
talk your
date,
shit, Juliet.
I'll be like, whatever. I know.
It's like, yo, dick trash. Like. That's what it was.
Go.
And nobody here knows that. None
go
of
ahead
you
and get your little Grammy, baby boy.
You bitches have no idea how powerful I am. In the back of my head, I know I fuck Drake. Y'all
for
have
you,
no
it's power.
idea what I'm capable of.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what I mean? I would never tell somebody, let alone suing him in public. Like,
as opposed to suing him in private.
Exactly.
No, hell yeah. Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. Because first of all, if you think about it this way, let's say you are trying, you got to think about the long-term goals here. Because if I'm really
fall in love with you.
Absolutely.
See that, and the romantic, and the romantic. Drake is 100% a simp.
He will fall in love with you.
Drake, well, first of all, Drake will not fall in love with you, but Drake is definitely a simp.
But look, if
Marvin's
I could get
Room
homeboy
is
to
the
put a
fucking
ring on my
fuckboy
finger,
song of the century.
I don't care how many bitches he fucking if he could put a ring on my finger. Because first of all, I could sell the ring afterwards. Two, if I get settled, look, I don't care if I got a prenup. At the end of the day, it don't matter. I'm still gonna spend his money the way I'm gonna roll up in a Rolls Royce any day.
He gonna buy you a Rolls Royce, man.
On his.
He
I'll
gonna let you
take
borrow
his
his Rolls
keys.
Royce.
Look.
You should look. This is what you gotta understand. This is when it comes to like. There are women out there that are trying to come up and like fucking be a trophy wife and all that shit, and that's fantastic. Do your thing.
I respect that. You gotta be smarter.
No,
yeah.
I'm rooting for you. You're ruining this.
Do your thing, but let's not kid ourselves. Somebody like Drake is not letting that happen.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
They're not.
He's not letting that happen.
The blessing has a name now, so if a man doesn't want, he'll do it twice.
It's just
Homie learned from the mistake. Not that it was a mistake. My bad.
Clearly to learn from his mistakes. He'll do it again. He'll just do it again in like 10 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's even better because he'll be older.
For a little bit, and then he'll get comfortable and he'll get cocky, and then he'll do it again.
I don't know, man. I have if I'm ever worth $250 million, I'm shit. Comfort may not be exactly like what you think comfort is. Comfort might be like, yo, comfort is this.
Putting hot sauce in your condom.
That's comfort.
That's what it is.
That's insurance comfort. That's, like that's a different ball game at that point. You know what I mean? Like Bezos ain't wifing up just some random. It's not happening.
He's clearly wifing up a Leonardo DiCaprio.
He's wifing up a diplomat. He's wifing up some like, you know what I mean? Like he might have like Drake might have a one night with this Instagram girl, but he ain't wifing that up. And he like to your point about like even if you got a prenup and all that stuff, he's not wifing that up. That's why you see Drake trying to get with like a Rihanna or a Serena or like all these people that are like.
Get with Rihanna.
Never.
Well, he tried, but like those are the people. Those are the people.
Bitch, I will try.
Those are the
like,
people
who wouldn't try for Rihanna.
I'm gonna shoot my shot.
Those are the women that he wants to affiliate himself with, and that if he ever wants to have that power couple with Jay Beyonce type shit, that's who he's wifing up. He's not wifing up some random. Bezos ain't wifing up no random. If Bill Gates ugly as
Jeff Bezos in the same like.
I'm just talking about like highly wealthy people. That's what I'm saying. It could. I mean, because at this point, looks don't matter at that point if you're talking about on just having a come up.
Oh, they really don't.
So,
that's crazy.
Let's just be real.
But story is fucking wild. I want to believe it's true.
I want to believe it's true.
Nobody
tell me if it's fake.
I think that's the best piece of news that we've had in 2022 so far. Probably in the past year and a half since COVID. That's probably been the best thing.
2022. It's like day 21st.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So far, I'd go as far as saying that since COVID, that's probably the best news I've ever heard. That I've heard in that time.
I hope.
I had to read it twice. I
never read it.
I saw the TikTok about it like 3-4 times. I've had it on repeat. I was like, this is absolutely fascinating.
But okay,
this is your Da Vinci Code.
Was she the one that had the? Because I haven't seen this. So was she the one that made the TikTok?
No.
It was some random girl.
I sent was just somebody talking about it. They were like, they just broke this story that this girl is suing Drake because she poured the condom, like the used condom, and it had hot sauce, and it like hurt her, obviously. Oh man, like imagine I'm only looking at you two. I don't
imagine the yeast infection after that. Oh,
again, I would also take that to the grave. If I tried to scam Drake,
the kind of embarrassment, girl,
all up in my coochie, absolutely not. I would die with that fucking secret. I would not tell anyone. That is so embarrassing. I would kill myself.
Yeah,
that'd be crazy.
Okay,
crazy.
Well, I'll since that was directed to you,
on that note,
I'll ask you two. What kind of hot sauce would you pick?
What did you say?
What kind of hot sauce would you pick if you had to pick a hot sauce? There is a theory out there that like the story is super fake and that he's just running with it because he's good at, like he's like, yo, I'm gonna, like, people are gonna talk about me for another month.
He doesn't ever really like what's it called, like, oh my god, I can't think
like
of
verify,
it. But he never like says like this is true. He never clears up rumors. Like,
I think because I'm Mexican, I'd pick like Valentina for sure.
Botanera, bro.
Botanera,
put that botanera with
like,
lime.
Yo, like that's what we're gonna use. Cause I'm not using mom's green salsa. Like,
absolutely not. That's treasure.
I mean? That's too precious.
That exactly.
You get the shit that we put chips, the put it on the chips or whatever, like some salsa botanera or shit. Jalisco with lime. That boy said Jalisco with lime. Damn, that boy said it was. That boy said, damn, that boy, you get a garnish. Like, yeah, like it was a meal before, it's a meal after. What the fuck?
This is the merienda.
Oh God. I was gonna like suggest like all the hot sauces that are like in the hot ones lineup. But some of those are like too fucking bad.
Yo, put the fucking bomb on that.
Imagine the bomb on that shit.
She's barren. She can never have kids.
She's barren.
Then now she might have a case. She can't have kids after that shit. Like, damn.
That's crazy.
Fuck, that would have been insane. We have to end there because I don't think we can go anywhere from there.
That's a wrap, you guys.
That's
all y'all are getting today.
See you guys, yeah, for sure.
What an insane episode.
This is a rough one. It was only the second one, too.
This was a rough one.
No, not a rough one. It was a great one, but cool.
Rough around the edges.
See you guys next week.
Sure. See y'all next